As desolate as the beach was, this is truly a jungle. It's like one big root after another. And a lot of mud. But it's cooler, so it's much more enjoyable. Called trail maintenance. Okay, I gotta ask again. Dawn, what do you think of this jungle?
Lots of mud, goes up to your knees, lots of roots, they're very slippery.
A lot of chance to get hurt, right?
Correct, gotta pay attention.
Gotta pay attention.
You gotta look at the ground the whole time. Can't see your surroundings. I haven't found a heart yet.
At our age, it's hard paying attention like that. Very stressful. We're almost out of it, I think. A lot of blowdown, roots, entanglement, whatever. Vines, pretty rough going. Pretty close to scrambling. This Ratea Forest section is just brutal. I almost wish I was back on the beach. It's like all mud, and there's a lot of climbing, about 3,500 feet of climbing yesterday. Mostly today we're going down the other side, but it's still muddy with big, big roots, slippery roots. We're averaging 0.9 mile per hour, which is the slowest I've ever done. There's a trail down here somewhere. At least it's not muddy. The mud was unbelievable. I only fell down once today. I fell down 3 times yesterday. Pino said she went down 5 times today and 4 yesterday, so something like that. This is some of the more benign section of the trail in Ratea Forest. I mean, there are sections where it sucks your shoe up to your knee, or your foot up to your knee, and it's almost impossible to get out. I had to sit down on the side once and kind of squirm out. It's a pretty tough trail. Ooh. This would be a nice place to camp. Camped in smaller places. In fact, I've camped in graveyards in Croatia, so this would be ideal. But we're going on. I brought a bug net, but there's no need for it. I mean, so far, there's hardly any insects at all. No gnats or mosquitoes or anything like that. There are some horseflies, but they're few and far between. I'm very impressed. I mean, you can look at the plants. None of them have insect spots on them where the insects ate through the leaves. So I'm very curious as to why there's not many bugs there. An example of some of the more benign mud, I guess, as I'd going up to my ankle in that. But there's stuff that goes up to your knees, and it's hard to get out. Sucks your shoe off. So there's our friend, the waymarker. It's a triangle, orange, hard to miss. Very grateful to see. The ferns here just have no damage from insects. It's hard to believe. It's either there's no insects there, or the plants have evolved some mechanism of poison in their leaves that deters the insects. This is just an amazing ecological difference between what I'm used to hiking in. Ferns everywhere. It's like hiking in an arboretum. What I find amazing about this section through Ratea Forest is there's absolutely no standing water. It's an 18-kilometer, about a 10-mile section, and there's no standing water. No river, no ponds, no streams, nothing. You have to carry your water in. Yet everything's wet. The ground is soaked. It's muddy. We actually thought about trying to drain some of the mud and see if we could get water, because we're practically out of water. So very amazing. It normally takes 2 days to go through this section, which is what it's taken us. They tell you if it's raining, looks like rain within 24 hours if you're leaving. Wait a while till the weather gets better, because it hasn't rained in a week, and it looks like they just had a downpour here. It's just really muddy. And the first day going up to the cell tower, geez, it's climbing uphill in mud. It's just impossible when it's wet. Wetter, I should say. It's always wet. You know it's a tough trail when it's Sunday on a weekend and you haven't seen another day hiker all weekend, or anybody. So it's got to be tough. We're out of the really nasty stuff, and I think we're almost to a gravel road. The trail's gotten much better, moving faster. Yesterday, when we came out of Kaitaia after spending the night at the Beachcomber hostel, a lady stopped on the busy road. It was a 2-lane road with a lot of traffic, and a lady stopped, blocked traffic, and said, "Hey, you want a lift?" And she introduced herself as a trail angel, Jilly, and she took us all the way past Krishna Sanctuary to where the road ends, so saving us some time and some energy. Really appreciate Jilly. That was terrific. This is one of the sections. Towards the end of mud, it actually is a lot worse than this in back of us where we came from. But this stuff will go down to your knee. Step in it. We spent last night at the cell towers at the top of the summit of Ratea Forest. It's one of the highest mountains in New Zealand. I think it's about 2,000 feet or so. We woke up to dew all over our tent, so that was a downside. So we got a late start because we tried to dry the tents out and after the sun came up. Other than that, it was a good night. We're out of the Ratea Forest, coming down the Mokina Road. We're out of water. So there's supposed to be a stream up here in 0.3 miles, I think, so hopefully it's not dry. We're headed back into the forest. Amahuta. So it's a 5-minute walk from here to go see the giant stump. I'm not sure we want to do that. We're running low on water, so we're not going to take it. Maybe next time. We've walked almost 12 miles today. Got 2 more to go to the Black Ridge campsite. It's been really hot today. The sun's been bearing down on us most of the day. The day's been walking along Highway 1 for about 3 miles and then on an asphalt road that was not canopied. No sunshade, so it's been hot and we're running low on water, but we're getting there. Beehives. We're here at Black Ridge Road campsite at kilometer mark 177. I think that's like mile mark 125 or something, I don't know. That's the little kitchen area there. It's some friend of ours' tent. This place is supposedly overwhelmed with possums, so they're very intrusive at night. Well, it sounds like it's going to be fun. This is the Black Ridge tent site near the Kerikeri Forest. Stayed here last night. A lot of nice tent spots. It's got a good cooking area, shelter, and a nice rainwater tank.
Yep, then disinfect with the arrow. Nope, the little purple thing behind you to the left. Or you're right. See, it looks like a little gun. Yep. Spray that.
I have to spray?
Spray the bottom of your shoes. Yep.
Complex.
And then they brush their feet again.
On this?
Nope, behind you. Brush again. There you go. And then jump.
The trail goes right through this creek, so it's a lot of sloshing in water today. I think it's 3 kilometers or about 1.8 miles sloshing through this creek. Here comes snow sloshing through the river or stream. We've been going through the stream alongside it and through it up all the way up to our crotch for the last 3 kilometers. Pretty slow going. I had nowhere to go but through the water, and it's up to my crotch. Water cold, Dawn?
Yeah. Feels good though on my feet.
You're wearing your sandals, right?
Yes. Makes my blisters feel better.
It went up to my crotch, so.
Well,
You done a facial yet? We came across this body of water. It is over our head, so we had to kind of float across for about 3 feet maybe, and then touch bottom again. It was a little exciting. What do you think about that, Dawn?
It was a little scary.
We've been walking through 3 miles of this, at least 3 spots where it's over our head. It'll essentially float. So yeah, it's a tough day. I can hear Pinot sloshing behind me. You know, you're making way too much noise sloshing through that water. Yeah, 3 miles, at least 3 miles, more like 3.25. I think we're almost the end. Of course, I said that an hour ago too. So it's just one sloshy day. There is an alternate route for bad weather. If I had to do this again, I'd definitely take that alternate route. All day long. It's been 4 hours now in the water. After 4 hours, or 4 miles, we're off the water. No more sloshing. This is nice hiking compared to that 4 miles we're ever walking. Whew. Headed to Kerikeri campsite tonight.